Andromeda Independent Radio.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Andromeda Radio News Programme, brought to you on the new frequency of 88 MHz exactly. As promised last time, I'll be ending the programme with some segments taken from some British shortwave pirate stations.
Send your reception reports, comments and suggestions to Andromeda Independent Radio, 26 Brown Street, Manchester 2. That's Andromeda Independent Radio, 26 Brown Street, Manchester 2.
Good Music Radio.
Red Rose Radio in Preston and Blackpool, which is due on the air in September this year, is going to use a frequency of 999 kHz medium wave, which is 301 metres. Nobody knows what the VHF frequency is yet. That is the frequency, of course, of greater importance to Andromeda. Whether we'll be jammed out by it is, well, it's happened before, so it could well happen again. But I'll of course tell you about the VHF channel when I get to hear about it myself. But the medium wave channel, 301 metres or 999 kHz from September. And moving over to Ireland now, a reliable source in Ireland says that Radio Nova in Dublin are now operating two VHF channels on 88.2 and 88.5 MHz. At the moment, both channels are carrying the same programme, but it's expected that the start of Radio Nova 2 is imminent, and there's even rumours of Gaelic language programming, which should be interesting to say the least. It's possible that this Radio Nova 2 is also connected with the jingles saying Mighty 890, which have been heard on the medium wave channel in the last few weeks. 890 kHz would in fact be a good channel for a second Nova outlet. The only other European stations on that channel are in Bulgaria and Austria, which are hardly likely to affect us here, and one very low power daytime only station in the Netherlands.
Andromeda.
Changing the subject to television now slightly, but still in Ireland, Radio Carousel and Boyneside Radio, and also another station in Dublin, the name of which escapes me for the moment, have all apparently started TV channels. The programmes are fairly erratic, apparently, late at night, and they show movies and so forth. No locally produced programmes as yet that I know of. There are pirate TV stations planning to start in London and in Birmingham. The stations plan to be on the air late at night, probably Friday and Saturday nights, and they plan to use the local ITV channels when those transmitters go off the air. So that's probably from round about 1 o'clock in the morning onwards. Definitely a case for switching the video cassette recorder on and going to bed. The GPO and the Home Office say that it will be easy to track them down. The pirate stations say that it will be very difficult to track them down. It would be interesting to see whether such stations manage to actually get on the air. Anyone older than about 10 might remember the ill-fated Radio Caroline episode with television, and this was a 405 line TV station that was supposed to be operating from an aircraft of all things. The idea being that the aerial strapped underneath the aircraft would cover the whole of the UK from just one very small transmitter. They didn't, however, solve the problem of the fact that the aircraft had to take off and land, otherwise it would run out of fuel, and they also ran into problems with the Civil Aviation Authority, not surprisingly, because they don't like aircraft sitting up there doing nothing. So that plan never got off the ground, and it will be interesting to see whether pirate TV land-based in Britain ever stands a chance. That's basically the end of the bulletin for this week, except to say, please write if you've got any queries, bits of information, etc. to me, Mark Terry, at Andromeda Independent Radio.
Send your reception reports, comments and suggestions to Andromeda Independent Radio, 26 Brown Street, Manchester 2. That's Andromeda Independent Radio, 26 Brown Street, Manchester 2.
Broadcast broadcasting on the 48 and 41 metre bands, you're listening to the sound of a free radio station. This is European Music Radio.
Welcome once again to European Music Radio and the Mailbox programme, presented by me, Roger Tate. That's right, a monthly look at the letters that we've received from all over Europe. Not so many this time round. I think we've been jammed out by beacons again. But encouraging on 41 metres, things going really nice there. Thank you for all the letters.
You're in tune with alternative radio, test transmitting in the shortwave band, Radio Utopia, and I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Nigel Roberts, with you for 1 hour only, and then we close down.
Welcome to the Dave Cooper radio programme here on Empire Radio 6200.
Hit after 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 hit.
I'll have none of that.
Radio Empire. Radio Empire. You up to the minute reports from the Impact Weather Music Radio 7340.
No doubt you're familiar with that particular group over there in the States. They're doing very, very well indeed over here in the United Kingdom. This is to remind you, of course, that you're in line with Jeff Stewart and TW on 7325. We're normally, you see, for the benefit of the listeners who are interested, we normally broadcast on 7340 kilohertz to Europe, but this morning, for this one-off special, we're on 7325.
Yes!
Radio Utopia International on the 40 metre band. The address is Kent Place, Norwell, Newark, Nottinghamshire in England. This is a free broadcasting station. Radio Utopia International with love, peace and good music.
Andromeda Independent Radio. Music time.